Where does that term come from? Why group insurance? Historically, in the 1950s, when pension plans start to emerge for employees and for workers, it usually happened within a small group of employees. And typically in Belgium, in regions where we had lots of steel workers, coal mines workers, where they say, if we live until 60 years old, which was rather unusual because it was such a tough work that your lungs were getting full of dust and that usually you were not surviving, unfortunately, until 60. But if you would be too much in a bad shape actually to continue working. Still, you had to sustain a livelihood. And so those group of workers got together and they say, well, during the time we work, we will put aside a small contribution of the salary we get into a pot. For those of us who survive until 60 years old, we will use that pot to withdraw a monthly pension so they can live until they're passing. Fun fact is actually when the first pension system were created, you usually had, 5 years maybe to live. And so nowadays it's a bit different because you need to go much further into financing pension until 80, 85, 90 years old. And the usual insurance companies took over and said, well, actually for groups of workers, we can organize that for you. And we call that product a group insurance. The way work is organized today is very much different. We're not organizing groups who will start all together working at the same company, in the same industry, at the same age, and end up a career there. And that term group insurance doesn't make sense anymore for today. Still, it has been kept.